Seth Rollins' injury update. The WWE didn't sign Zack Ryder. Why Zack Ryder lost on his WWE return. Randy Orton calls out John Cena. CM Punk is now a Hall of Famer. Why CM Punk did not help his team against The Vision on SmackDown. Why Jimmy Uso suddenly joined Team CM Punk for Survivor Series. Gunther to end John Cena's IC title reign. Logan Paul declared better than the entire AEW roster. Brock Lesnar joins The Vision for War Games. Let's dive right in. The WWE didn't sign Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder made a surprise return to WWE on this week's episode of SmackDown, entering the Last Time Is Now tournament as LA Knight's mystery opponent. The former WWE star appeared in full Ryder persona, giving fans what they have been waiting for over the past few years. Ryder faced LA Knight in a massive singles battle and ended up on the losing side, getting eliminated from the tournament in the first round itself. Ryder has had an incredible run in the Stamford-based company in the past, and has also had a brief run in AEW as well in the past. Since his return to the blue brand, fans have been wondering if the former United States champion had signed a new deal with WWE. As per recent reports from Fightful, the star has now signed a new contract with the company, and his return was just a one-night appearance. However, the star had signed a merchandise deal with the company before his return, which is the reason Ryder's merchandise was seen on the company's website. While Zack Ryder's return to the company might be just a one-night appearance, time will tell if the star has any interest in signing a full-time deal with the Stamford-based company. Since his release from the company back in 2020, Zack Ryder has portrayed multiple personas just to get the spotlight and make headlines all around the world. Following his return, in a backstage interview, the star stated that he had worked very hard to get back to the company, and that he was ready to get back once again whenever needed. "I've busted my A for the past 5 years. Deathmatch King, the Indie God, the Complete, all for this moment. This might be a one-time shot, I might get the call tomorrow, it doesn't matter. Because I'm Zack Ryder, I'm always ready. Woo woo woo, you know it," he added. In a video uploaded by WWE on its YouTube channel, Ryder looked back at his return and said how he looked forward to this moment during all those years away. 5 years. "It's been 5 years since I put on Zack Ryder boots. Every single morning, the first thing I do before I even open my damn eyes is ask, how can I get back here? What do I have to do to get back here?" as he said. Why Zack Ryder lost on his WWE return. The Last Time Is Now tournament saw its first non-WWE star arrival when Zack Ryder made his comeback on SmackDown and locked horns with LA Knight. Despite giving it his all, Ryder failed to emerge as the victor as the megastar defeated him after connecting with a BFT. Despite having a heated past with John Cena, Ryder's loss was a surprise to many. Let's look at why Ryder lost upon his return to World Wrestling Entertainment. After making his comeback on SmackDown, Ryder confirmed that his return in the Last Time Is Now tournament was a one-time shot. It was confirmed in a backstage interview, which is also uploaded on WWE's official YouTube channel. Since Ryder's return was a one-time thing, there was no true sense to qualify him further in the tournament. If Zack were a WWE star, he might have been able to beat LA Knight and advance further in the high-profile tournament. Over the past few months, LA Knight has failed to gain any major wins in the Stamford-based promotion. This makes his victory in the Last Time Is Now tournament a must-see thing. This could be why the megastar pinned Zack Ryder, and the former WWE star lost despite making his return to the show. In this final retirement tour, John Cena has already revisited many of his historic feuds. This includes his rivalries with Randy Orton, CM Punk, Brock Lesnar, and others. Similarly, Zack Ryder has already locked horns with the franchise player multiple times past. So, giving another opportunity to face John Cena in the squared circle doesn't seem to be a great idea. Instead, Triple H should book LA Knight or any other star against the 17-time world champion at SNME. The Triple H creative booking is heavily criticized for its poor treatment of the megastar. The regime of the game is known for listening to the audience, and it's possible that the King of the Kings is finally planning to push the former United States champion. This might be why he defeated Zack Ryder on Friday Night SmackDown and further qualified in Cena's Last Time Is Now tournament. His victory over Ryder could be the start of his upcoming push in WWE. Randy Orton calls out John Cena. WWE superstar Randy Orton recently took to social media to call out John Cena amid his absence from the Stamford-based promotion's weekly programming. The upcoming episode of Raw will be the Nation leader's last ever appearance on the Red Brand's show before his retirement. John Cena recently took to X to confirm that the November 17th edition of Raw will be his last one. Cena revealed in the post that he will wrestle for the final time on the Red Brand's show. The 17-time world champion also noted that he has wrestled 544 matches on Raw in his career, which he believed was the most in the show's history. However, this statistic did not sit well with one of his greatest rivals, Randy Orton. The Viper called out the Chain Gang soldier with a gif, seemingly asking if the latter was sure about the statistic. According to the Cage Match database, Randy Orton has wrestled in a total of 450 televised matches on Raw in his career. Meanwhile, John Cena has competed in 372 televised matches on the Red Show. So Orton calling out Cena over this statistic seems justified. Are you sure about that? The gif read, Randy Orton was last seen inside the squared circle on the October 3rd, 2025 edition of SmackDown, where he teamed up with Cody Rhodes to lock horns with the Vision's Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. In the last stages of their match, Seth Rollins came out of nowhere to hit Orton with a curb stomp, which helped Reed land a tsunami on the Viper to take the win via pinfall. Since then, the Apex Predator has been absent from in-ring competition. However, the 14-time world champion is expected to return to WWE TV soon. It wouldn't be a surprise if Randy Orton is John Cena's final Raw opponent on November 17th, 2025. It remains to be seen what the Triple H-led creative team has planned for the Viper's future in WWE. Randy Orton is not only a decorated veteran professional wrestler, but also a family man who never misses a chance to be with his wife and kids, despite his busy schedule. Recently, the Viper's wife, Kim Orton, sent a heartwarming message as they celebrated their 10th wedding anniversary. The couple celebrated their special day on November 14th. Kim took to her official Instagram account, sharing 3 cozy pictures with WWE icon and revealing in the caption that the two had a perfect day, enjoying the entire day together without any interruptions, having lunch, going to a movie, and to a shooting range. Lastly, Miss Orton expressed that she and her husband can conquer anything together. Yesterday we had our 10-year anniversary. Life isn't perfect, but yesterday was. We got to enjoy each other all day without interruptions. We had lunch, went to the shooting range, ate dinner, and went to the movies to see Predator. It was perfect. No matter how hectic life gets, as long as I know you're my best friend, we can conquer anything together. It's you and me, baby. Forever. November 14th, 2015, she wrote. Although there hasn't been an official update about the Viper's return, World Wrestling Entertainment may have spoiled it, as Orton is being advertised on the WWE ticket site as the featured star for the SmackDown After Survivor Series, War Games, which will take place on December 5th. It remains to be seen when Randy Orton finally returns and where he heads moving forward. CM Punk is now a Hall of Famer. WWE World Heavyweight Champion. CM Punk was recently inducted into the Hall of Fame. The induction happened outside the Stamford-based promotion. CM Punk is one of the greatest names to ever step inside the squared circle. The best in the world has been at the top of his game for decades and is still going strong in World Wrestling Entertainment. There is no doubt that the Second City Saint will be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame at some point in the future. He recently received a major accolade outside the TKO-led promotion. Dave Meltzer of Wrestling Observer Radio recently revealed the list of 2025 Wrestling Observer Newsletter Hall of Famers in a new YouTube video. Current World Heavyweight Champion CM Punk made the list. Meltzer highlighted how important Punk has been for the Stamford-based promotion since he returned to the company in 2023, saying that the best in the world's influence was too much to deny. Punk, real name Phil Brooks, 47, already fared better than most Hall of Famers in key categories and proved to be an even bigger business mover in recent years in his comeback with AEW and WWE. The end of his AEW stint probably kept people from voting for him, but with his success as one of the top stars of a boom period in WWE, there was just too much to deny, he said. On the latest edition of Friday Night SmackDown, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, and Jey Uso added Jimmy Uso to their War Games team. Their opposition has also added a new member to their team. Drew McIntyre is the 4th member of Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, and Logan Paul's side. Both teams still need to add one more star ahead of the premium live event. According to multiple reports, Brock Lesnar could return to join the Vision's side, and Roman Reigns could be the 5th member of Punk's side. It will be interesting to see what the Triple H-led creative team has planned for Survivor Series War Games. Why CM Punk did not help his team against the Vision on SmackDown. Team Vision got a new member on WWE SmackDown when Drew McIntyre made his return and joined the Paul Heyman Alliance for the men's War Games match. A big brawl broke out on the show as Logan Paul, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed destroyed the babyface team members. Everyone was there except CM Punk, and he didn't arrive on the blue brand to help his team against the Vision. CM Punk is part of WWE Raw, and as a red brand star, it's unlikely for him to be present on SmackDown. The Vision was on the opposite brand since Bronson Reed was competing against Cody Rhodes in a title match. Jey was part of the Last Time Is Now tournament against The Miz, and Jimmy already belongs to SmackDown. Additionally, Cody Rhodes is a SmackDown star, but CM Punk had no such reason to be part of this week's Blue Brand show. This contributes to his absence and his failure to help his own team members ahead of the War Games match. Since CM Punk is not part of the SmackDown brand, he was likely absent from backstage of this week's show. His absence backstage may have been a reason why he didn't help his teammates during the brawl against the Vision on SmackDown. Even WWE didn't mention or include Punk in any backstage segment during this show last week. Nick Aldis suspended Drew McIntyre, but despite the suspension, the Scottish Warrior made his return and aligned with Team Vision. McIntyre's comeback was a big ending to the show, and WWE probably had no plans to ruin his return after a brief suspension. This was why they strategically planned the absence of the voice of the voiceless. Otherwise, Triple H might have brought him backstage on SmackDown to be part of this heated altercation. No one expected the Vision, along with Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul, to get into a heated brawl against the babyface team. This move by Paul Heyman was unexpected and seemingly caught Punk by surprise. The absence of the WWE star showed that the Oracle is already one step ahead with his alliance in the men's War Games match now. Punk and his team need to plan something big to tackle their strategies ahead of Survivor Series. Why Jimmy Uso suddenly joined Team CM Punk for Survivor Series. During WWE SmackDown this week, Team CM Punk got its latest addition when Jimmy Uso agreed to join Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso in a backstage segment. Earlier, the Stamford-based promotion hinted at a split between the Usos, but now Big Jim is back with his real-life brother to help the babyface team. The WWE Universe might be surprised by the actions of Jimmy Uso. Over the past few months, fans have seen that Jimmy Uso has a great friendship with CM Punk. Even during the WWE SmackDown backstage segment, Jimmy confirmed that he had spoken to the Second City Saint and that he is on the team. This suggests that because of his bond with Punk, Jimmy joined the babyface team for the double-structured match. Jey Uso failed to defeat CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship at Saturday night's main event, and now he is seemingly back on track. That's why he decided to help Punk on Raw after WWE sent ME. So, as the Yeet Master is trying to be the heroic star again, Jimmy appears to have joined Team CM Punk to help his real-life brother. With this, the Usos will finally be reunited, despite their heated conversations in the past. Team Punk still has one member left on its side, and that could be Roman Reigns. The original Tribal Chief is expected to return soon on Monday Night Raw to complete the babyface team. If this happens, the heroic team will include the OG Bloodline members, Roman, Jimmy, and Jey at Crown Jewel 2025. The head of the table was unhappy with the actions of the Usos, as it cost him the match, and Bronson Reed eventually scored a victory over the OTC. Since then, Reigns has yet to make his WWE return. When Roman joins Team Punk, he will not only help them in the men's War Games match, but also eventually reunite with the OG Bloodline members. So it seems that Triple H might be planning to get Reigns and the Usos on the same page again. This contributes as the reason why Jimmy Uso talked to CM Punk and has now become officially part of the Survivor Series War Games showdown. Gunther, to end John Cena's IC title reign. WWE star and wrestling icon John Cena is the current Intercontinental Champion. He defeated Dominic Mysterio this past week on Raw. It was an emotionally charged atmosphere at the TD Garden in Boston this past Monday night on Raw. John Cena was in front of his home fans for the last time, and Dominic Mysterio decided to confront the legend that set up an IC title match between the two stars. After a hard-fought bout, Cena finally picked up the win with an attitude adjustment. During this week's episode of Jim Cornette's Drive-Thru, veteran manager Jim Cornette noted that it was an interesting twist in Cena's farewell tour. He felt the Intercontinental Champion win was possibly a setup for a dream match against Gunther. Jim felt that John could do the honors for the ring general on his way out. He suggested this would be a great way to cement Gunther as a bona fide main eventer. Cornette noted that the Brock Lesnar match at WrestlePalooza didn't do much for either star. We'll see what happens, but I would think that the obvious thing is for Cena to then put Gunther over for the Intercontinental title on his last night on Saturday night's main event. That will actually be him doing a job that will do some good for somebody, whereas the one to Brock didn't accomplish anything long term. They're not even talking about it, Cornette said Mr. Hustle. Loyalty and respect will finally hang up his boots at Saturday night's main event on December 13th in Washington. The final opponent for the Cenation leader is being decided through the Last Time Is Now tournament. Several men have lined up for the honor of facing John Cena one last time. This week on Raw, Rusev and Sheamus advanced in their matches. Over on SmackDown, Jey Uso and LA Knight also picked up wins. It will be interesting to see who faces Cena at the grand event on December 13th. Logan Paul declared better than the entire AEW roster. Logan Paul's WWE run might still be in its early stages, but one wrestling veteran thinks he's already leapfrogged the best in the business. On a new episode of The Stevie Richards Show, the former WWE and ECW star didn't hold back when asked whether Logan Paul is better than the entire AEW roster. I'm gonna say easy. Logan Paul is better than everybody in AEW. Richards didn't stop there. He called out top AEW stars by name to drive home his point. Jon Moxley, yes. Darby Allin, Will Ospreay, yes. Swerve Strickland, yes. Kenny Omega, Young Bucks, yes. For Richards, it all comes down to character and storytelling, something he believes Logan Paul has in spades. He's a character. I can hate or love Logan Paul, and he's every bit as athletic as all of them. He's proven it. He praised Logan for knowing how to pace his performances like a veteran instead of overloading fans with flash. He doesn't debut all 12 moves at the same time. He doesn't give you everything. He makes something special happen in a Logan Paul match every time he has it. According to Richards, this slow burn approach reminds him of how stars like Goldberg and Big Show introduced new moves during their prime. Goldberg used to debut a new move once every week or two. It was a big deal. Same with Logan Paul. Big Show would do a moonsault, elbow off the top, leg drop. He would debut new stuff. And just in case you thought he was only targeting AEW, Richards made it clear Logan Paul is outperforming WWE's full-timers too. I'm saying he's better than 98% of the WWE roster as well. He credits Logan's smart training and focus on self-branding for giving him an edge, especially in a system where many talents are creatively restricted. The end result? A celebrity-turned-wrestler who delivers every time. He consistently creates memorable moments every time he steps in the ring. Logan Paul didn't spend years on the indies, but in Stevie Richards' eyes, he doesn't need to. He's already outworking some of the most respected names in the game, and fans should start acknowledging that. Brock Lesnar joins the vision for War Games. Team Vision versus Team CM Punk is set to take place at WWE Survivor Series War Games. However, each team still needs one more member to compete in this massive showdown. During SmackDown this week, McIntyre joined the evil side, whereas Jimmy Uso is ready to help the babyface team at Survivor Series. John Cena and Rey Mysterio both have realistic chances to join Team CM Punk at Survivor Series. The franchise player is now the Intercontinental Champion and has already been advertised to be part of the upcoming Premium Live event. Cena also has a strong history with CM Punk and Cody Rhodes, and now that he's a babyface star, it wouldn't be surprising if he helps them in this battle against the Vision. Similarly, Rey Mysterio is also promoted to be part of Survivor Series earlier. There were chances of Dominic Mysterio versus Rey Mysterio taking place in San Diego PLE, but Dom has already lost the title. With this, WWE can book Rey as the final member of Team Punk in his hometown War Games match. Dominic Mysterio and Austin Theory have a great chance to join Team Vision. Dominic can join the evil side if his father or John Cena joins the heroic team. Since becoming a heel star, Dom has developed a next-level hatred for the Master of 619. Additionally, Rey was happy backstage when Cena met him after dethroning his real-life son. So, to take revenge, the Judgment Day star might join Team Vision against Team Punk for War Games. Talking about Austin Theory, the A-Town Down star was already rumored to be part of Team Vision, but this was before Seth Rollins' real-life injury. Even though Rollins was kicked out of the group, WWE can still bring back Theory and make him the final member of the Paul Heyman group. After the Usos already joined this war with CM Punk and Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns is highly likely to be the final member of the babyface team. The OTC still has unfinished business with the Vision. Additionally, last year, CM Punk was the one who helped the head of the table against the Solo Sikoa-led bloodline. Now, it's time for Reigns to return to WWE and join his cousins and Team Punk for the War Games match against the Vision. Not only Austin Theory, but Brock Lesnar was also rumored to be part of Team Vision. Paul Heyman and the Beast reunited at WWE WrestlePalooza, and since then, Lesnar has been absent from television. After Drew McIntyre's addition, if Lesnar joins the villainous side, it would truly make Team Vision unstoppable at War Games. The mayor of Suplex City might return on the upcoming episode of Raw to join Paul Heyman's alliance. Seth Rollins' injury update. Seth Rollins is currently on hiatus and recovering from shoulder surgery. A month into his absence, there seems to be an update on his injury at WWE Crown Jewel. Perth, Rollins took on Cody Rhodes to determine this year's Crown Jewel champion. The rivals put each other through hell, with the Visionary eventually earning his first win over Rhodes since he returned to the company in 2022. However, Seth Rollins suffered a shoulder injury during a match which needed surgery. He was written out of television 2 days later on Raw, with Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed kicking him out of the Vision. He underwent surgery a few days later and was ruled out indefinitely. In a post on his Instagram stories, Stone Cold Steve Austin celebrated the 10th year anniversary of his Broken Skull beer at El Segundo Brewing Co. in California. Some of his guests included Becky Lynch and Rollins, who wasn't wearing a sling on his left shoulder anymore. Seth Rollins without a sling is a good sign of his recovery, though there's no definite timeline for his return. He can be seen wearing his sling in his recent appearance on Good Morning Football. He might be sidelined from WWE, but he picked up a gig to be a guest analyst for the NFL Network recently. A new video of Rollins from the 10th anniversary celebration of Steve Austin's Broken Skull beer at El Segundo Brewing Co. surfaced on social media. In the video, the Visionary was seen wearing a sling, meaning he had removed it only to pose for the mentioned photo alongside the Hall of Famer. After winning the Intercontinental Championship this past Monday on Raw, John Cena received a warm message and tribute from Seth Rollins. The Visionary spoke from the heart on Good Morning Football to congratulate Cena on his career. John is a great friend. He is one of the greatest to ever do it. You can stack him against The Rock, Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan, any of the Mount Rushmores. John Cena is on them. He's a great human being. He's been a mentor to me. John, hats off to you. A great career, a better friend, better performer. You're the best, dude. I love you, Rollins said. Cena and Rollins have had their share of battles in the mid-2010s. The former is set to retire on December 13th at Saturday night's main event in Washington, D.C. His last opponent will be determined by the Last Time Is Now tournament.